What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I gotta have that Teej pack. Teej makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Teej Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a Dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Teej Hanley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a Dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Teej pack. Feel the Teej, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm your host, Anton Daniels, and I am happy, absolutely, positively ecstatic to be standing here before you today. What's going on, friends and family? Hey, let me get an early mental health check. Let me check in with the chat, see what the word is, give me the insight and information on how you guys are managing through life. One word, mental health check, one word. Just kind of give me some idea of where y'all at, where y'all stand, how y'all feel, how was y'all weekend. Let me know what's happening in the chat. Give me one word. Yeah, I heard about that, Kojak. I heard about that. I'm hearing about that. I'm going to break down the strike today. I'm going to go into it. Great. Good morning. Motivated. Salutations. Blessed. What up, though? What up to my Detroit people? Great vacation. You on vacation? Wow. Like a raven. I don't know what like a raven means, but I'm with you. Thriving, exciting, recovering, calm, powerful, determined, boss, persevering, bulldozer, refreshed, perseverance, accomplished, struggling. I feel you, Nick. Hungover, great, B-Day. Happy birthday, Black Beauty. Amazing, focused, conflicted, invigorated, recalibrated, severely stressed, blessed, tired, more, focuses, excellent, rebuilding, happy, content, focused, worried, waiting on discounted assets. Good luck with that. Exhausted, grateful, fabulous, disappointed, trucking, chilling. Why are you disappointed, fam? Alive, pushing, overwhelmed, focused. What else we got going over here? Amazingly great, awesome, ready. Y'all all over the place today, huh? Betting. Nah, that's not good. Victorious. Good, says Bella. Birthday. Happy. Lions lost, Eagles won. Really great. Surviving. Oh my God. All right, yeah. It's a weird space to be in right now. It's a very, very weird space to be in right now. But we gonna get through it, and hopefully I can add value into y'all life. And let me also tell y'all that y'all inspire me also. You guys inspire me also. Straight up. I need you guys. But y'all don't think that I go through problems or that other people go through problems too? Y'all think y'all the only ones? Y'all think y'all alone out here in these streets and that other people are not going through things? I got problems just like you. You see what my beard? Listen, I shot my Teach commercial over the weekend, and I ran into some people actually down in Florida. Shout out to my people over in Florida. And I shot my Teach commercial. I'm going to be reading Super Chat shortly, and shout out to everybody on Cash App. I appreciate y'all. I shot my Teach commercial. This social sis, don't be discouraged. I got you. I got you. I shot a lot of, not all of it, but I shot a lot of the Teach commercial. And I was looking this morning, and I was contemplating over the weekend when I landed back in Detroit yesterday of whether I was going to have my barber come over and take care of my beard or whatever, right? You know, get me lined up, make sure that I get the grays out, go back to what it is that I really am about to, what I'm usually, feeling about. And I contemplated it. And then I said, nah, I'm not feeling it, right? And then I woke up this morning and, I jumped in the shower and I got my hair cut and I was just looking, I got the baldy. I'm cool. I'm fly. I'm smelling good. Deodorant on, smooth as a dolphin all over my body and everything like that. Because, you got to have your grooming techniques in order. And I was just looking in the mirror and I'm like, because I ain't got no lineup or nothing. I'm just wild man out here. Just on the beard alone. I smell good. The beard is clean. It's moisturized. It's shampooed and conditioned and all of that. But I'm a wild man as far as the look of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do nothing with it, at least for another week. At least for another week, I'm just going to be wild man out here in these streets. And the reason that I'm going to be wild man in these streets is just because it's a reflection of how I feel. I feel like a wild man right now. Can I be honest with y'all? Can I tell y'all the truth? I like to just be absolutely transparent because I live my life like an open book. Tale of two worlds. It's a tale of two worlds right now for me. And I contemplated whether or not I even want to share this type of insight with you guys because it's much easier to be transparent with you when you have a much smaller channel. And when I started my YouTube journey, I started it for a couple different reasons. First, I wanted to use it as an opportunity to give more insight into my life. And it's more or less a documentation of the journey. Well, that journey can be weaponized against you, but I'm cool with it. My journey is my journey. And one thing that me and Kevin Samuels used to talk about a lot was that we didn't really take down any of our old videos because it actually showed where you came from. And it also was like a time capsule as to where it is that you are in your life at that particular time. So I go back and I watch some of my videos. The second reason why I started a YouTube channel is because it allowed for me to be able to market myself in corporate America and my businesses, which has been wildly successful. And that has gone way further than anything that I could have ever imagined, right? But as I continue to evolve and grow, sometimes it gets much more difficult to be transparent with people. And the reason that is because, well, it's for several different reasons. Number one of the reasons why it's difficult to continue to be transparent is because as you get more visibility, you realize that, man, you're not really going anywhere without people noticing you. People notice you on a bus, they notice you on a plane, they notice you in a mall, and that is a beautiful thing. And anybody that's ever ran into me in person, you understand that I love it when I kick it with people, but it's also a thing when your address hit the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like when people start using your daughter and pictures of her and putting her on their live streams and stuff like that. So you start to learn a little bit differently and you move a little bit differently because you didn't know what you didn't know. And so as you continue to learn, you start to protect that. You start to become a little bit more introverted. I'm a naturally extrovert person, but I'm becoming more and more introverted as I continue this journey, even though I'm still very, very transparent about how it is that I live my life, because that's what it takes in order to really, add value into people's lives. They need to know who you are, because I think that that's the best way to be an example of what you advocate for, even though it's much more difficult. And then I was in between a tale of two worlds as I went down to Florida this weekend because I went down there to take care of some business. And then on top of that, my brother's wife had a birthday. And so we went over to Magic Kingdom later over in Disney World and we had some fun. But then I had to put some stuff on the back burner from a work perspective. And I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted on my journey. You know, I am, because how much of your life do I share? If I shared certain aspects of my life, would you judge me for it? Absolutely, you would. Absolutely, you would. And you know why you would judge me for it? The same way that you would judge anybody else for it. Is because I chose this life, A, but then B, it's a talking point, and C, it's a form of entertainment in order for us to continue to foster more conversation, whether it's negative or positive. Thankfully, I share so much of my life online that is nothing to really judge about that you don't already expect. But I'm going to just tell you, man, I go through things just like everybody else. For real, for real. I get home sometimes and I be trying to manage through what is going on in the household when the daughter is dealing with some stuff at school with a teacher, and then the mother is, interacting with the daughter and trying to give her advice. Meanwhile, she's going through puberty and all of that stuff. And as a man, you got to come through and you just suck that stuff in. And ladies, let me tell you something. And this is not even a reflection of me. This is just guys in general, because I coach a lot of guys, right? And let me tell you something, ladies. Guys, men of all colors, shapes, sizes, ages, we are incredibly underappreciated. It's a guy that you know in your life and you pass him every single day. And you have no clue what he endures through on a daily basis in order to ensure that everybody else is taken care of before him. Most men that I know, they put every single woman that they know before them. Daughters, wives, mothers, sisters, brothers, co-workers. They pay their stuff last. They get the worst gifts on Christmas. Of everybody in the household, they're going to get the worst gifts. Birthdays, unforgotten or forgotten. 100% forgotten. Men go out and they kill. I'm going to just tell you the real, because I know that y'all think that it only cares about what women want and all of that stuff. And listen, I get it. You go through stuff too. Postpartum, all of that. But this ain't your day. This is our day. Let me tell you something, man. Every day that man wake up and he kill himself a little bit more every single day in order to show you that he love you. And you may not even appreciate it because he don't communicate the way that you communicate. And you may think that it's an emotional thing. And because he doesn't show the level of emotion that you show as far as the love and the dedication to you, you think that he don't love you. But he's become reserved because he has to be a little bit more hardened. And the world is hardening him, and he's different, and he understands that there's monsters out here. And so while you living in bliss every single day, he's over here fighting off demons that could be at your doorstep tomorrow in order to ensure that you're taken care of. He's making sure that your daughter and your son don't have to pay for student loans. And you know how that happens? It don't happen by magic. It don't happen by circumstance. It happens because he's sacrificing himself every day in order to ensure that you're taken care of. That bill don't get paid on his own. It don't. So his version of love is different than your version of love, because he shows you how he loves you by killing himself and putting his life on the line every day. And so you keep talking to him and you keep having a conversation about his love language, but you don't even realize that communication is 90% body language, and it's the things that you do that show you that you love somebody. And so the next time that you act out, the next time that you act up, the next time that you throw a tantrum, the next time that you call him out of his name, the next time that you tell his business to one of your friends or your mother, the next time that you emasculate him, The next time that you tell him what he ain't, instead of empowering him and help him to understand how much further he can be, the next time that you hold him accountable for the things that he don't even know what's wrong with him, because he has to basically go out here and experience a level of PTSD every single day from the time that he wake up to the time that he come home, and then he got to come home to this whining and complaining and craziness. The next time, the very next time that he get home and the first thing that you say to him is where you been instead of how you doing, there are men that never got to the finish line of what they dreamed of for themselves because they put every single person ahead of them. Men that never got to accomplish their dreams. They never got to drive the car that they ever wanted to drive. And when I talk to them on the phone, I feel their pain. It's meaningful to me. And I have to acknowledge them. Do you know that sometimes when I talk to these guys on a Zoom call or on a coaching call, I'm the first person that told them that I got your back, I love you, and they've been in a relationship for so long. They have never not been in a relationship with different people throughout their life. Some of them are son husbands. Some of them are husbands. You know the last time that some of these guys actually had somebody that had a level of compassion for them and slowed them down? You know why it's so important when I'm talking to these guys on these coaching calls and they say something that they accomplished and I have to stop them before they skip over it? You know why they so used to skipping over the accomplishment? Because they so used to being held accountable by the people that's in their life as to what it is that they not doing. I have to stop them. I've had men break down because they can't let it out anywhere else except for with me. And then there will be a woman that sit there and talk to them and tell them or hold them accountable as to why he not sharing his emotions with her, because he can't. You don't know how to be there for him. You married to him. You in a relationship with him. But the only thing you know is what's best for you. So even when he's communicating to you how he feels, somehow you make it about you. He telling you what he think, and the only thing you can do is to start talking over him and offer a solution as to why it is that he need to communicate more and more effectively and much more honestly with you, when you never even created a space for him to be able to communicate in the first place. He tried to share with you, and all the time he got to go back into that shell. You know why? Because he don't have the luxury of being able to express himself and then be able to be vulnerable. You know why? Because he got to be that hardened shell for the next day that he got to go out here and compete in order to ensure that you taken care of. And you know what they'll tell you? You know what they tell you? What they ain't going to tolerate. What they not going to do. Who you talking to? They have more respect for their friends and their mothers and their bosses and whoever it is, give them a little trinket than they have for you. We can disagree with a lot of things on this show. I might be on one end of the spectrum as far as my politics. You might be on a completely different end of the spectrum as far as who it is that you support in the UAW strike. You may be a socialist. I might be a capitalist. But the one thing that we can agree on, if you just being absolutely, positively transparent with yourself, is that men have gotten the bad end of the stick throughout history. So if you're wondering why there's a gender war, if you're wondering why men are starting to revolt, if you're wondering why they're no longer willing to protect you, if you're wondering why men are speaking up and now there's spaces to where they're communicating their feelings effectively, and instead of you listening, you so busy talking over them, trying to tell them what it is that they should do. And if you're wondering why men are no longer tolerating the BS, because of you. Ask yourself, what role did you play in the breakdown of the men who you've interacted with in your lifetime? And how you, not their fault. I've never seen so much victim blaming on men that don't want to talk, communicate, or stay in their shell. Listen, we give more grace to everybody in the world. You will call somebody something that they not. You will identify somebody and say, hey, I recognize your privilege and I will call you A, B, and C pronoun, even though I'm looking at you and you completely different than what it is that I see you as. And I know that you got something swinging between your legs, but you will call them and acknowledge whatever it is that they want. But the very person that you laying next to every day, you sit there and you ostracize and you criticize and you hold them accountable for what it is that you don't give them grace for. Ain't that crazy? In order for a man to nowadays then be acknowledged for what it is that he represents or how it is that he stands or even get a little bit of grace, he got to identify as a woman. That's crazy. You will give him more respect if he then identifies as something closer to you than who it is that he inherently is. His kingship, what it is that God ordained him to be from the very, very beginning. That's the world we live in. We live in a world where a man ain't a man until he then identifies as a woman. That's crazy. Now you want to listen to him. Now you want to have a conversation with him. Now you want to acknowledge what it is that he identifies as, now that he went crazy. You don't respect men. You disrespect men. We built this world. We work 3 jobs. We don't sleep. We don't eat. We age earlier than we're supposed to. We die earlier than we're supposed to. You wonder why they keep getting their passports. And it's not even that a passport is the solution, it's that they looking for one. And so in their search, they have to figure out what the hell is going on. And so as they continue to try to figure, well, maybe I'll go over here and visit and see what this culture is talking about. Or maybe he got this temporary love for this woman and you wondering why he willing to pay for it is because he don't experience it anywhere else. This ain't pointed to nobody in particular. I don't know what I'm going to say before I get on here. And one thing I know for sure, and 2 things is for certain, is at some point, it's going to come to a head. And when men wake up, and they realize that they are the prize and they are the king, and everything and everyone up under them will fold, fall, and succumb to destruction if they decide to cut off the lights, it's going to be some heavy weeping. But remember, nobody is concerned about the strong friend. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. And if you keep on, everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has a breaking point. And you will not be satisfied until you dusty, no longer have access, and they make the adjustment. Even if a guy get divorced, and I'm going to move on to the show. I'm going to get into the show. Even if a guy gets divorced, you do know in a little bit he's going to be all right. Because he done been there before. He didn't suffer before. He come from nothing. How can you take something from me when I didn't come from anything? This is easy. I can get that up in a minute. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be alone. Guys is waking up. And the more that you pitch yourself against them, the more you're doing a thing that's not even in your own best interest. I'm warning you. A lot of y'all are thinking that y'all going to follow somebody and follow these women into destruction, and they going to lead you right into the pit of hell. They going to lead you. They going to lead your daughters, your sons, They're going to lead you directly into hell itself, into the mouth of a demon. And you're not even going to realize how you got there. Your life is going to be turned upside down, and you're going to be trying to remember where you came from, and you're going to be thinking how things were so great, how it was so good. Be very, very careful of the next things that you do, because every single thing that you do is a butterfly effect, and it's going to have a consequence, negative or positive. Something is going to happen as a result of it. Just be careful. All right? Let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to the core of who we are. All right. Let's continue. Let's get into the show. I'm going to read a couple of the super chats, and then we're going to get it popping. First, let me acknowledge the people. Let me acknowledge the people on Cash App. Paris Johnson sent that 2-ball, said, "What up, though? I appreciate you, Paris Johnson. Thank you for holding me down." Mike, that dude, is in the building. Shout out to Mike, that dude. I love you, my friend. And then everybody else that continues to support me. Aramis Hatcher on Cash App is also there. And then Cedric Dortch and Ali Collins. I appreciate you guys for continuing to hold me down. All right, let me also acknowledge some of these super chats. P. Shank says, "Good morning, Mr. Anton Daniels. Did you have a dope weekend?" I had an eye-opening weekend. I spent a lot of time with family. Enos Luby in the building says, "I definitely appreciate what you do." Thank you, Enos Luby. I appreciate you also. David Williams says, "Sounds like a Wednesday night soliloquy on Wednesday. Going to be incredible. I tell you, I might even have to make some adjustments." Wealth Building Journey in the building says, "Men demonstrate their love to women they truly care about through sacrifice." Again, truly care about. Men's actions speak louder than their words. Shout out to the Wealth Building Journey. I appreciate you. Bella is in the building, says, "Thoughts on Monique saying her husband raised her." Send me that. I haven't seen it. Alvin S says, "Blessings, AD. Thank you for the Monday morning manna. Bag chasers for life." A lot of people don't even know what manna is. That manna from heaven. Shout out to Alvin S. I appreciate you. Pretty Boy says, "Preach, not enough likes on this." I appreciate you, big dog. Drone Sphere says, "Dude, my guy, you are speaking my language. I was highly underappreciated. Couldn't even get an I appreciate you." And then you got to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? Sigma the Prince says, "Thank you, Anton. I appreciate you." Thank you, Sigma. Y'all ready to get into the show? Y'all ready to get it popping? All right, let's go ahead and get started. We got a lot to cover today. It's going to be Monday, so I hope y'all got y'all seatbelts tucked in. I'm going to be reading super chats throughout the show. Thank you, Tej Henley. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. That link is in the description. Also, on top of that, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Toby Chronicles. I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Let's get into it. So, before I deep dive into New York, automation, Amazon, housing crisis, all that stuff, right? Y'all sent me something on my timeline, and I said, this ain't real. No way this is real. No way that this is real. I do not believe it. It can't be a thing. And so I had to deep dive. I had to deep dive a little bit to try to understand, why are we so behind? I even asked the question on Fight Club, the last Fight Club, and I said, are black people just lazy? Do we not see what is happening in our society? Why are we just completely broken? What the heck is going on, right? So somebody sent me this Instagram thing, right? And I said, well, what the heck is this? Who is Lil RT? Let me click on it and see what's going on out in these streets, right? Who is Lil RT and why is this guy appearing on my timeline, right? And the first thing that I see when it pops up, you know how they have the little captions for the Instagram reels and stuff like that? It says sucking D. Sucking D? What do you mean sucking D? Sucking who's D? What are we talking about? This guy is 6 years old. 6 years old. And the first thing I see is a 6-year-old kid talking about sucking D, right? So let me show you what's happening out here in these streets. Hold on, I'm gonna play it for you. Give me a second.
We gon' do 60 fucking miles. You ain't suck a dick. Little bitch, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a Glock. Take a fucking down. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill. We gon' take him down. 12, get behind. We gon' do 60 fucking miles. You ain't suck a dick. Little bitch.
6 years old, y'all. Got the backing. No parents, apparently. In the hood, holding a bunch of money. Talking about sucking D. Ain't even been through puberty. Stuff probably don't even get hard. This is the culture. Hold on. I do you one better. I do you one better. Because look. We're not going to sit here and play games. We're not going to sit here and play games. We're going to address it for exactly what it is. We're not going to sit here and play games. We're going to address it for exactly what it is. Let me share with you what's going on out in these streets. This is him. I don't even want to play it. I don't even want to play it because, audio purposes, but we're going to go ahead and play a little bit.
I can't turn real. Fuck up on my shit, 100 round, hit him with a Glock, take a fucking down, 100 round, bitch, we in that kill, we gon' take him down, 12, get behind, we gon' do 60 fucking miles, I remember D, keep on talking, bitch, I remember D, being up on his head, suck his shit, he went out bad, 50 round, nigga know what, play with me all.
That's all I got. That's all I got, y'all. I can't say any, Jesus. I don't know whether to laugh, whether to cry, whether to be disgusted. I don't know how to feel. Look at the adults in the background. You know what the funniest part about the situation is? If I call it out, I'm the sellout. Listen, they put money up. They shot a video. They reached out to other platforms. Oh, this is not the main video. Let me show you the main video. I'm not gonna play the main video. I'm not gonna play it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. But let me mute this. Let me show you. This is what the culture has subjected themselves to. Look at him. He in the hood. He on a stoop. He running it up. He's sitting with the chicks. He got the money showing. He got the money phone. Chargers, Challengers, Hellcats, spinouts, burnouts. Directed by Car Key. This is your future. This is your future. Now, he got the chains. He got the spiky hair. He got the cars. He got the look at all of the people. Look at the thugs. Hold on. Look at the supporters. Look at the supporters in the background. Yeah, we're gonna turn up for Lil RT. We're gonna turn up for Lil RT. Y'all with me on this or y'all on that other side? You with me with this or you on that other side? 6 years. 6 years. Yo, I don't even remember what was happening when I was 6 years old. My earliest memory is like 9 or something or 8. I don't even remember. Yo, when I was 6 years old, I think I had like a Teddy Ruxpin and I was playing with I had like a like this army game, and I used to be sitting in the backyard looking at the OGs playing basketball, and I couldn't wait, and I couldn't really shoot the ball, so I used to throw it underhanded. And I was obsessed with sports, and I think I had seen like Isaiah Thomas playing one time, and so he just naturally became the person that I was looking to for inspiration as far as a hero, because he had led the team up to the 89-90 and then the 89-90 and then the 90-91 finals and stuff like that. I don't even remember being exposed to rap music. I don't remember being exposed to rap music. Yo, listen, you are training them from the time that they wake up. They are watching, they are observing you. I was sitting there, I was walking through the airport yesterday, and my daughter was walking right behind me, and she was like, Dad, can we do this? Dad, can we do that? We wound up going shopping. We spent the whole day. We just had a good time or whatever. And I just realized that everything that she's experiencing right now is based off of what she's seen as far as me treat her mother, her mannerisms, how she communicate, what she thinks is cool. It's all inspired by and influenced by the things that you see on a regular basis. So if our cultural norms is this, if this is our cultural norms, then what do you think that our future is going to look like? You can't even negotiate with people like this. The people that support them and the people that rock with them, you can't even negotiate. Because if I sit there and I try to have a conversation with them and I say, man, this is horrible, man, y'all shouldn't be doing this, so on and so forth, they probably don't even know how to speak English correctly. They know how to put up a music video. They know how to scam. They know how to get that Charger and the Challenger and the Hellcat. They know how to teach them gang signs. They know how to throw the money phone. They know how to do all of that. At what point do we evolve, or is it too late? That is the question that I'm asking you guys. At what point do we evolve, or is it completely too late? Is it over? And are you ready to divest yourself and align yourself with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, or are you still committed to people based off of the color of their skin? Just curious. Are you still committed to people based off of the color of their skin, or are you divesting yourself against this trash culture? This is crazy. I know a lot of y'all didn't think that it was going to get this bad. A lot of y'all was trying to hold me accountable for not being on code. I'm not on code. I don't have a code for you. I'm not interested in rocking out with you. I don't want to talk to you. If you are of that ilk and if you are continuing to live that lifestyle, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to ride in the car with you. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to give that to you. I don't even want that spirit to jump off of you and onto me. I don't even want to hang around you. I don't want to be around the type of women that you like. I don't want to be in the environment that you're rocking with. I don't want to be there. Take me away. Maybe I'm speaking as a 41-year-old man, but take me out of it. I don't want to do it no more. I'm done. I am done with this trash culture. Y'all keep trying to salvage it, keep trying to take it for what it is. We gonna protect it against the culture vultures. No, they can have it. I don't know what we trying to hold on to. Let them have it. I don't want that. That's like people that keep getting mad at other people or these women that don't care about the men that's in the community or whatever, or they got several kids out of wedlock, and then they keep saying, get mad at them for going and talking to or holding them accountable for trying to talk to another race. Go talk to them. Take our worst and do your best with it. Take our worst and then do your best with it. You can't save these people. You can't fix these people. It's over. The children are the ones that pay for the sins of their father. Listen, you keep saying, well, what about the kids? What about them? That's not my kid. That's your kid. You made them a monster. And now they're going to grow up and they're going to do something to somebody else, so they're going to be a part of the prison industrial complex. What do you want me to do with your kid? That's your kid. Tobe Chronicle says, Anton, love the show, but the UAW needs to get these people back to work so I can get a 2-band check a week as a CDO bag chaser. I'm in your city watching a flop. Got big threes parked on my back. I'm about to get into the UAW. I'm about to get into the UAW. Shout out to Tobe Chronicles. They do need to get back to work because they messing up everybody else's money too. Queen V says, you are a big brother I never had, knew I needed. Shout out to Queen V. I love you, Queen. We about to get deep into the show now. Tobe says, get them the likes. Get the likes up, my bag chasers. Make sure y'all get the likes up according to Tobe. You know, I ain't asking for no likes no more. People just gonna have to do it. Queen V says, this is prostitution of a child. I'm sorry. That's a fact, though. Greg Charlie in the building says, remember, that's how Bow Wow got started. His mother just left him with Suge and Snoop at 6, and it worked out well, but it's kind of crazy. No, it didn't work out well. That boy should have had a childhood. He should have understood what it meant to be a man. He wouldn't have children out of wedlock, right? What makes y'all think that it turned out all right just because the person is not dead or the person wound up becoming famous? That does not mean that it turned out good. It does not. He having an identity crisis right now. He don't even know who he is. He's still trying to impress y'all, trying to show and prove and shed the image of being Bow Wow. Y'all still calling him Bow Wow. Y'all don't even call him a man's name. Y'all calling him Bow Wow. You don't even call him Shad Moss. He is not okay. He was up there posing with cars and planes that wasn't even his, doing the Bow Wow challenge and all of that. Stop it, fam. We got a whole challenge after that dude. He did not turn out okay. He did not turn out okay. Do not think that man turned out okay. That's the thing. We think that it makes sense. And just ask yourself, how many other people is he influenced to then think like him because they followed in his footsteps? That is not okay at all, Greg. I'm just going to be for real. I'm going to be for real with you, fam. we need to get different standards. We need a different standard. Bruh, is that music from Lil? Yes, it is music from Lil RT. Lil RT. Zach says 100% chance he come from a single mother, but in this, the future they want black men to have, no matter passport bros, is exploding. Black Beauty, Birthday Beauty is in the building, says, can we be in the middle just for Lil RT, please? Nope. Nope. Will Lucian dropped a couple super chats, says one thing he do know is a speed limit and can't even drive and won't be driving at least for the next 10 years. God willing. Man, where my belt at? On his father's pants that we don't even know of. Tina Mo Show says if he makes it, he will be the boy we'll see on the news when either someone takes him out or he lives out what he's rapping. All he knows is ops. Ain't that crazy? And he's chanting it in his head and they're programming themselves to think a certain way. Trey D says, I'm a militant, pro-black. I divested from all pro-black culture. The end. Maybe he going to be a part of Umar Johnson's school. Kung Fu Hustler in the building says, black people need Thomas Sowell and Jesus. Not in that order. Jesus, then Thomas Sowell. Daniel Gordon in the building says, just in time is the reason I started my company years ago. Our flat platform aims to reset the culture, leave those who can't be helped to their own devices, reward good behavior. It's a part of the reason why I reached out. Shout out to Daniel Gordon. Appreciate you, big dog, and thank you for the 20 ball. Bilderberg Boys in the building says, good morning, AD. I have been saying so-called black folks in America are a captured operation. So where are the Pistons in the 90-91 season? Ask Jordan. All right, let's get there. All right, so let's go over to the UAW. Let's get into it for real. Let's get into the money. So the UAW, all right. A lot of people keep asking me, why is the strategy playing out the way that it's playing out? Well, first and foremost, we need to give you an update on the latest layoffs. Basically, the latest people that won't have the ability to be able to feed their family this Thanksgiving and Christmas. Oh, hold on. I got to turn it up.
Will not be reporting to work today as the company continues to lay off people.
Yeah, with the United Auto Workers strike now in its fifth week, UAW President Shawn Fain is taking heat after turning down Ford's latest offer. Fox News' Erica Francis is live this morning and has the latest. Erica.
Hey, good morning to the both of you. Yeah, we are now approaching 40 days. You can see we are standing in front of all of these picketing workers. This, of course, at the Ford assembly plant.
That picketing line looking real thin out here in these streets. That picket line is looking real thin. It's a lot of people that's laid out there. I don't see a whole lot of people on the picket line. Why y'all ain't supporting y'all members? Y'all was supporting them in the very beginning. How come y'all not out there honking your horns no more? It's getting real lonely. A lot of people just driving by, they not honking their horns for the union.
Here in Wayne, let me step out of the way so you can get a better picture of what we're seeing here. Meantime, the UAW considering a number of offers from the automakers, but still no deal, and it's having a lot of ripple effects. The latest round of layoffs includes workers at a transmission plant near Cincinnati, along with a handful of workers at the components plant in Ypsilanti.
They don't even want to protest. I'm gonna be honest with you. They doing it so they can get their $500. They don't even want to protest no more. Morale is low. Money is low. Repo Man is sitting at the door. Don't y'all know that they never going to get that money back? See? Look at Brittany. You have a strike post, so it's like working, meaning that you wouldn't have to work for something that you champion, right? You don't have to pay me in order to show up for something that's really meaningful to me. Right? This is coordinated. You don't have to coordinate for people that are passionate about something because they just show up and they just advocates for it and they're passionate about it and they're going to do it. No, these people are doing it because they have to. They have to. It's organized as a result of it.
Layoffs, of course, a consequence of the ongoing strike. The big three all offering raises of more than 20% now, putting auto workers well above the median income rate in the United States. So what's the holdup? A lot of people are asking this question, and why not sign a deal right now? We asked one industry insider what they're waiting for. Listen.
There's no question that over the last couple of decades, their incomes have flatlined when you inflation adjust it. And meanwhile, management has made out spectacularly well. So as I've argued all along, it is time to pay these workers a whole lot more. But I think they've got that in the contract right now. That's why I'd like to see them wrap it up.
No. See, nobody said that they didn't deserve a raise. What we did say, though, is you greedy. You greedy. I think that everybody deserves a raise that is working hard and out there taking care of business. I am in support of chasing a bag. But you done got greedy because you looking over there across the room and trying to see what everybody else making, and so you comparing yourself. All right. You know what? Like I said, you know what the interesting thing about it is? The longer that this drags out, regardless of what their raise is, they're never going to be able to recoup what they lost. The first year, they're going to still be digging out of the hole that they made for themselves as a result of the protests. Listen. If you do the math, you're still not going to be making what you thought that you made because the amount of money that you're losing as a result of the strike would then negate all of the gains that you're going to make as a result of whatever it is that you accept. It's math. It's pure math. 23%. I heard that the auto workers are sitting on 23% raises, COLA, cost of living adjustments. They're not giving you no 32-hour work week. What you thought that this was? They done gave y'all concessions. They gave you job protections, strike protections, everything. They said, nah, we want record contract. Okay. All right. Hold on, let me see. Wait. Where my sound go on this? Here, let's hear what Sean Fain, because Brittany texted me the other day, and Brittany says, Anton, I see you in the chat for the UAW updates. I ain't even respond to her. I said, I'm not going to respond to Brittany because Brittany want to be petty. So let me go over here to what Sean Fain had to say this past week, this last Friday, in order to update the membership and keep them reinvigorated on what the latest updates are. All right, let me move it forward. Let me get to the real part because they be doing a lot of delaying. Got a lot of propaganda in here.
In the past 24 hours,
there we go.
We've got new offers from 2 of the 3 companies. So despite all the bluster about how much the companies have stretched, there's clearly still room to move. But there's also a lot going on across our union,
I'm going to
not
speed
just
it
in the
up.
big three. This week, nearly 1,000 UAW members walked out on strike at 3 casinos here in Detroit as part of the Detroit Casino Council.
No wonder they walked out. No wonder they walked out. Well, did you know that a portion of the casino workers are represented by the UAW, which is one of the reasons that they walked out? What I also learned was that they have different unions all throughout the Detroit casinos, so they're represented by up to 3 to 4 different unions. So the majority of the ones that walked out was UAW members. Yeah, the majority of the ones over at the casino walked out because they were UAW members. And so when I went in and I seen what was going on and everything was playing out and everything was being taken care of, and then I flipped it back, right? I flipped it back. I said, let me do a little bit of research. Let me do a little bit of deep dive. And I called some friends over there, some friends and family and so on and so forth. They said, listen, we got people walking out over here too. All right, I got you, Sean. Let's hear a little bit more.
Workers barely got a raise, so they've launched the first ever wall-to-wall casino strike. Yesterday, we joined those members, along with Blue Cross Blue Shield UAW members on strike and Big 3 UAW members on strike. Secretary-Treasurer Margaret Mock and Vice President Mike Booth told the crowd that this isn't just about one industry or one workplace. It's about the whole working class finally standing up to corporate greed. Sunday night, the master contract will expire covering 1,100 workers at General Dynamics in Region 1, Region 2B, and Region 9. At a time when there's endless money for war, somehow there's still no money for the working class. And shamefully, General Dynamics won't even agree to make Veterans Day a paid holiday, despite 25% of their workforce being military veterans.
Nah, get your butt to work. Do y'all know why the UAW didn't do just a flat out walkout straight across the board? Does anybody in the chat know why the UAW didn't strike, but they were being a lot more strategic than hitting certain plants? Anybody? I'm going to watch the chat. I'm going to play this a little bit more, and then you tell me what y'all think, why the UAW is not specifically striking across the board, but they're being very targeted in this new strategic move that they have going on.
Last weekend, I went out to Pennsylvania and Maryland to meet with our nearly 4,000 members on strike at Mack Trucks. After voting down a tentative agreement by 73%, the members are ready to fight for more, and we've got their back 100%. Region 8 Director Tim Smith, Region 9 Director Dan Vicente, and myself went out there for strategy meetings with the membership and bargaining committees to talk about how we can do things differently, fight harder, and win bigger.
Most of these people is not saying that they want to continue to fight. Brittany says she at work right now paying for the strike fund. That is correct. It would be too expensive, as Azriel and several people in the chat saying, if they went on strike, because they would have to spend all of their strike fund paying everybody $500 a week. And so what happens is they then say, well, we're going to only strike over here, and we're going to make these members over here, y'all going to suffer the pain. You know what? It's time for the Kentucky Tuck Plan to join this strike with us because we want to hit them where it hurt. They don't want to upset the entire membership, by then forcing them to be on strike, which then would reduce the amount of money that they would have to pay, which would then cause them to have to be held accountable to their membership. You got to remember that this is just as much. See, what UAW members don't understand is that they have to campaign for these positions to become president of UAW, whatever position, president, union leader, whatever, right? I got you, food fashion. I'm going to read that shortly. They have to campaign in order to get these positions. The same way that Joe Biden and them got a campaign, and they got to go out there and drum up support in order to become president. They have to do the same thing within these unions, right? And so it's still politics because they have to make sure that they keep up support from the union, right? So as long as you're not being affected over here in this plant, but these people are suffering over here, we can still keep a level of, what is the word for it? Support amongst the majority of the membership while also seeking a record contract because they have to ensure that they still have the support of the leadership. Now, if everybody was suffering in the pain like they said, then do you think that the support would still be the level of what it is? On top of the idea that if they have a prolonged strike amongst all of the UAW members nationwide, they would quickly start to run out of money because they can't afford to put up that $500 every single week for every single member and all of those people that then would be on strike. So now you got people getting laid off. And they got to go over to the unemployment line, right? And then there's some people getting strike pay. And then these people are suffering over here and they standing outside with their picket signs fighting for everybody. But then on the other side of it, these people over here are still at work for now, temporarily, because Ford is continuing to lay people off. General Motors is continuing to lay people off. Stellantis is continuing to lay people off. And so it's all one big game. When they in these strategy rooms and they having these conversations, and the reason why he's continuing to drop these videos on a regular basis in order to give you guys an update on what's going on with the strike fund and all of that is because they finessing you. They want to keep you in solidarity because they understand that they don't necessarily have to share in the pain. Somebody let me know in the chat. I'm just curious. Does Shawn Fain and the rest of the union leadership share in the cuts that you guys have to experience? Is Shawn Fain only getting $500 a week? Because I believe in leading from the front. It's very easy to be able to get rah-rah and roo-roo when you're the one that's really getting it. But if you're not sharing in the pain at your membership, even the lowliest of them, if you're not sharing in the pain of what the rest of the membership is sharing in, then how can you truly be a reflection of it? Brittany just said it. I don't feel right making my whole check while others is out. How are your leadership not sharing in the pain, but then saying that they need to do this when they don't really understand that you'll never, ever be able to recover as a result of it? I'm just curious. How are y'all supporting? Because you keep saying, I've read comments over the weekend for different clips that drop. They said Anton is a true capitalist. Anton is a capitalist. How can he not identify with the majority of his people that support his channel and is subscribed to his channel and watching his show? How can he not see where it is? Listen, my likes on those videos that I drop is like 98, 99%, which means that people get it. Let me tell you the difference between me and everybody else, right? I'm going to tell you the difference between me and everybody else. I'm an honest capitalist, meaning that I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening, where I stand, and why I am a capitalist. But more importantly, the one thing that you can respect is that I'm going to tell you the truth. That's the difference. See, it's much harder when you're dealing with people that's going to tell you a lie or a white lie. I'm going to tell you the truth, and then I'm going to tell you how you need to move a little bit differently in order to not be in that position again. Everybody else, they just going to finesse you. I'm going to tell you the real. I am absolutely a capitalist. And more importantly, the automakers are working for people like me. You know why? Because I'm a shareholder. I have a vested interest if they become successful or not. Now I can talk pretty recklessly because I no longer have a vested interest in whether they're going to be successful or not, outside of the fact that I'm more invested in Tesla and I've shored up my position in them because I understand that they're going to be the beneficiaries of you guys continuing to support this political agenda that's incentivized financially for this man to continue to drop these videos every Friday. See, the people at least can respect me because they know I'm going to tell them the truth. Whether we disagree or not, at the very least, you know where I stand on a position. That's why Trump got so much respect. It wasn't that people all 100% agreed with him. It was that at least he told us the real. Trump came through and he said, yo, man, y'all schools is messed up in the black community. Y'all been voting Democrat all these years. You might as well start to give us a chance so we can see if we can help you. And then he gave the most money over to HBCUs than any president in history, and you still revolted against him. You said you wanted the black. He was the only president that said, you know what, Cube, we'll meet with you. Ice Cube, we'll meet with y'all. We want to see what y'all agenda is. Let's see. Let's kick it for a little bit. Let's see what we can do. And then Biden and them said, hey, once this election is over and we win, we going to meet with y'all, and you never heard from them again. So you'd rather have the person that make you feel good and lie to you than the person that's going to tell you the truth so that you can solution for, or at the very least come to a conclusion as to how it is that you can get out of the situation and become better as a result of it. Is that what you're telling me? Okay, I get it. Now I understand what makes sense in the black community. This is why rap music is so popular. This is why our cultural norms are so messed up. You'd rather feel good than hear that truth, because that's the thing that's going to get you past where it is that you're supposed to be. I got it.
The bargaining team met with Mac this week, and the company basically said they just wanted to rearrange the deck chairs and try to get a revote. But the members have already spoken. The council said no, and we expect Mac to come back with something real and quick. At ZF in Alabama, members recently voted to ratify a new agreement that will close the wage tier and grant more time off the job. These members stood strong on strike for a month and have a new contract to show for it.
Now that's a white lie. Let me tell you something. They struck, and then the company wouldn't budge on most of the issues that they were still striking for. And they said, you know what, we tired. Let's go ahead. Because the UAW represents more than just the automakers. They represent so many different industries, and there's strikes happening all across the country, including Mack Truck, right? Some other truck makers that's from a completely different company. And these companies is like, okay, we're going to see how deep it gets. Some of these places has been on strike for 80 days, and the people will tell you, man, it's tough out here. I'm tired. I'm ready to go back to work, fam.
Just about an hour ago, our members at Thombert in Newton, Iowa have secured a tentative agreement. They've held the line since August 1st and will vote tomorrow on this deal.
LL Mon said in the short term, people may be behind on what they lose during the strike, but the long term, every salary will be increased for the future. You have no clue how money works. If you think these people are about to start balling and making more money and it's going to actually help them, they're not going to see a change in their lifestyle at all. They have gotten the best that they can get based off of the timeline that they should have accepted it. But now we in a space to where they're looking to cripple the company, and who do you think are going to be the ones that suffer the most? Y'all have no clue. Y'all have no clue whatsoever. But it's all right. It's getting colder outside. It's getting cold outside. Oof. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. You jump into that new tax bracket, it's going to take more out of your paycheck. You actually going to be making less.
Congratulations to those workers on this important milestone. Meanwhile, we're still standing strong with our Region 9 members at Dometic and West Rock, who have been fighting like hell for a fair deal. Just this week, Local 1391 members at CVR Nitrogen, a fertilizer plant in East Dubuque, Illinois, voted 88-2 to reject the employer's latest offer and walk out on strike. The employer recently decided to mess with the workers' 401k, and our members in Region 4 aren't going to take that lying down. They stood up and joined the picket lines on Wednesday afternoon.
I know that strike fund is like, help me, strike line, picket line. Hey, did y'all know that they had, last time y'all got a bonus, that they told y'all to hold on to y'all bonus, don't go out there, don't go buy no Chargers, Challengers, Hellcats, don't pay off y'all student loans, don't do nothing. Stack your bonus. They took their union dues out of it. They took them huge taxes out of it. They taxed it at the highest tax rate when y'all got y'all last profit sharing check. And then you know what happened? They said, hold on to it because we're going to be striking this year, and y'all want to make sure that y'all got a little bit to carry y'all over. Did you do it? Nope.
At the Big Three, we're now well over a month into our stand-up strike. Our members on the line, especially those at our first stand-up targets at Local 900, Local 12, and Local 2250, have been out in the rain, in the cold, living off strike pay, wondering about the future.
Y'all know Sean Fain is in he in the same bracket as me. Me and Sean Fain, we the same. That's the part that y'all don't understand. Y'all think that Sean is on your side. Sean is on my side. Sean petitioned to get this. Do you think that Sean Fain would have petitioned to become president if the salary wasn't reflective, and the benefits that came along with it was not like $350,000 a year. Why do union presidents make $350,000 a year? Why is their pay not commensurate with the average worker on the line if it's so meaningful? Y'all don't understand that Sean Fain is getting more famous and more rich every single day, and y'all think that he's on your side. Sean is on my side. Sean's still getting paid. Shout out to Sean Fain, bag chaser. I'm gonna have to hit him up, see what's happening for the golf down in Florida once this strike is over. We'll make sure there ain't no cameras there, Sean. We got to make sure that you not getting captured on camera golfing while everybody else is on strike. Sean is on my side. Why is Sean making an excessive amount more than the rest of the union workforce than y'all? How come Sean is not the first one to take a pay cut in order to get that $500 a week in strike pay? Sean is more like me than he is like you.
I want to acknowledge the incredible courage and fortitude of these members and all of those holding the line. Our ability to hold out, to hit the companies economically, and to withhold our labor. This is our leverage, and this is our path to victory.
Who is our? You good over there, Sean? Ain't nothing like the leader still leading from the back.
We have one tool, and that's solidarity. Everything we do, our picket lines, our rallies, our videos, and these Facebook Live remarks is in the service of building our solidarity and using it to win at the bargaining table.
Stand strong, guys.
Let me tell you what the company's path to victory is. Fear, uncertainty, doubt, and division.
Yeah.
Everything they do is in the service of fragmenting our membership.
Don't let them divide us.
They want you to think, what if they really do close a plant? That's fear. They want you to think, do I really know where this is headed? That's uncertainty. They hope you're wondering, does my union leadership really have my best interest at heart? And that's the doubt. Every time these companies...
He got to make sure that he reaffirms you guys that he does have your best interest at heart. And so he don't want you to doubt him. He got you.
Executives open their mouth. It is to increase the fear, increase the uncertainty, and increase the doubt among the membership.
Yeah.
They win when we lose our sense of purpose, when we lose our sense of unity.
Stay together.
And I've heard some members asking, when will we vote on this? Some members think maybe we've gotten as far as we can get, and it's time to settle. I want to be clear. The membership is the highest authority in our union. You will always have the final say. Everything we do is in service of building the strength of our membership and building a better future for UAW members and the entire working class. But when we vote...
Whenever somebody tells you, if somebody asks you a question and they say, hey, listen, we're doing this on behalf of you and we got your back and we're going to make sure that you're taken care of and don't worry about it. We always going to represent what's in your best interest. But you always know that there's a but coming.
Strength of our membership and building a better future for UAW members and the entire working class. But when we vote, it will be from a place of strength. You don't make decisions on your future out of fear, uncertainty, or doubt. That's a recipe for disaster.
Which you're not sharing in. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how they say, listen, you have to move from a position of strength. Everybody not sharing in this pain, Sean. Sean. It's easier for you to say that because you riding the coattails of what it is that we protesting on top of. I think that Sean would make I think that Sean Fain should be the mayor of Chicago. Nah, he don't want to take that type of pay cut. How much the mayor of Chicago make? Let me make sure that we all on the same page here. Hold on. Okay. They make about between 2 and 250. 216. Nah, Sean ain't trying to take that $120,000 pay cut. He ain't trying to take that No, Sean said, I ain't about to take no pay cut. I ain't about to be on line with y'all. Let me see a little bit more of what he got to say.
That's what we've done for decades in this union.
Why are y'all paying them so much money? Y'all paying them $350,000 a year? Y'all think that that's going to measure it? Wow.
For years, we've been playing defense at every step, and we've been going backwards. When we vote on a tentative agreement, it will be because your leadership and your council thinks we've gotten absolutely every dollar we can. We've looked at the company's proposals. We've costed their offer. And in my opinion, and in the opinion of the vice presidents, and in the opinion of your national negotiators, there is more to be won.
All right. We gonna see how that plays out for you. I want y'all to get y'all bag, but I just want y'all to understand that the price of freedom is high. The price of freedom is high, and if the union members are not demanding that Sean Fain share in their pain the same way that he's asking you guys to share in the company profits, then I think that this is hypocrisy at its finest. That's just my personal opinion. You know me, I don't have a dog in a fight. Actually, I do got a dog in a fight because I do want Tesla to continue to win. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me continue to read some of these super chats and then we're going to get into it. And I'm going to show y'all how y'all going to be replaced. You ready to know how you're going to be replaced? I got you. The Great Way is in the building with the 20 ball. Says, this summer, I went to different stores and restaurants of different nationalities. They had their young kids working. I was amazed and sad at the same time because all we do is teach our kids how to be for the streets, man. For the streets. Shout out the Great Way. I appreciate you holding me down, big dog. David Simpson Jr. says, if Trump was union leader and congressional speaker, neither here nor there, these people would be working with 70 to 80% of what they wanted. That's what's called a negotiation, not a hostage negotiation, but a contract negotiation. Steve says, at what point is a negotiation not really a negotiation? Steve, you speaking the sentiments of my heart. Big Three put offers on the table. UAW keeps saying no, but there has to be some give and take. Nah. They going to drive y'all broke, and you will love them as a result of it. Enforcer 2K9 says, it's a catch-22. Black men act hood because black women demand that image. That's not true. But then black women turn around and say black men ain't ish based upon experiences with that same image. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to get to that. Noob S is in the building. Shout out to Noob S. Says, on UAW strikers, if you can't keep up, you can't catch up. They think that they're going to make it up in wages. Don't worry about it. Everybody not suffering in the pain. Sean ain't suffering in the pain. Food, fashion, women's sports says, Crocs at your P.O. box, big bro. Don't forget. I got you, big bro. Thank you for sending them to me. David Simpson Jr. says, gotta protect union, the piggy bank. Easy Money is in the building. Says, this guy is an agent for the rich. Finesse is real. Is it me or Sean? Because me and Sean are on the same team. So maybe we both agents for the rich. You know what I'm saying? Let me give a shout out to my dog. Shout out to my dog, Norm. Good afternoon. Keep up the good work. I love you. I love you too, Norm. You let me know if you need anything. All right. Shout out to my dog, Norm Warren, in the building. I love you, bro. I appreciate you. Let's continue to rock it out. Yo, we got over there's a lot of people in here. You know I ain't going to ask y'all to hit the like button. Let's continue to rock. Don't worry about it. I'll just tell you how your jobs is going to be replaced. So, Amazon said, we back. Y'all know how y'all keep having a conversation about how Amazon, eventually they're not going to have enough workers to cycle through. They keep firing everybody because they're so stringent and we don't want to unionize and all of this other type of stuff. And they need to give us more hours. They need to give us better pay. They need to stop automating everything. They need to stop working us so hard. If I'm 5 minutes late for my break, they want to fire me and all of that type of stuff. Amazon said, listen. We got you. We going to use you for what we need you for right now, but eventually we're going to replace you. If you think that the majority of these companies are just sitting here standing still, waiting for you to then strike them or get things together. If you don't think that they're already planning and are basically at the infancy stage of what it is that you're going to be doing. And as far as long term, you will be jobless and you will love it. They ain't gonna have to worry about the hiring practices because the only thing they're gonna need is a software engineer, a mechanical engineer, cybersecurity professionals in order to keep the system safe from being hacked. And they're gonna continue to rock out. That's a fact though. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't think that artificial intelligence wrote because it ain't happened yet? All right. Let me share with you what's happening. This is the latest. And you know that by the time that the news start discovering it, that it's already too late and that they're miles ahead of where it is that they're reporting what it is that you gonna get. Don't worry about it. They got you.
E-commerce juggernaut has made an announcement that's captured significant attention. The company revealed that it is currently conducting tests involving humanoid robots in one of its warehouses in the United States. The objective of this initiative is to enhance efficiency and customer service, in Amazon's words, freeing up employees. The robot at the center of this development is named Digit. It's equipped with limbs that allow it to move, grasp, and manipulate objects much like humans. Amazon, a tech giant known for its innovation and rapid expansion, has been utilizing robotics extensively in its operations. In fact, it boasts a workforce of over 750,000 robots working alongside human staff, and they are primarily tasked with handling highly repetitive tasks.
Amazon has over 750,000 robots already on staff, assisting, this is the words that they're going to use, assisting humans in making sure that they can work more efficiently and continue to drive profits throughout the facility. They already there. They already there. Every one of y'all that get fired, they starting to replace you. And so they're not necessarily going to lay you off. They're just going to let you go ahead and quit. And then it's going to be through natural attrition that they continue to replace your jobs. See, that humanoid robot, Digit, that they call them, Digit 1, Digit 2, Digit 3, Digit 4, they don't get tired. They work all day, every day. Wiring never get fried out. They don't have to take smoke breaks. They're not complaining. They're not going to be late. They just go ahead and keep on working and keep on working and keep on working and keep on working. And they just going to continue to become more and more advanced every single day.
However, concerns have been raised about the potential displacement of human employees.
Of course it is.
Some in the UK trade union have...
Well, no. But let's hold on, y'all. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I'm mad that I'm going to be replaced by a robot, but then at the same time, I don't want to go to work and get a 23% pay raise, and I only want to work a 32-hour work week. Which one is it? See? Mustafa, he's saying they too slow. For now. They already got 750,000 robots that's working. You can't have it. Let me say this one more time. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I don't want to work for what you pay me, and I want to have PTSD, and I want to have problems as far as my mental health, and I don't want to take off, and I want to be able to have health care coverage and cost the company at $1 trillion as soon as I get cancer. And I want to have problems with the chick on my job because I can't get back from my break because I'm too busy getting head in a car. And I want to be late to work because I keep saying that my tire blew out or my grandma died and your grandma done died 5 times on every single job. And your knee, you need a knee replacement and a hip replacement. And you want extra benefits and you want cost of living adjustments and you only want to work 32 hours a week and get paid for 40? What did you think was going to happen? What did you think is going to happen? You think that they're just going to sit there and wait for you to continue to cripple the company? Well, you can unionize all you want now because you can't unionize them robots. Digit is over there with a sensor on his face, and he not going to stop until he continues to get them boxes out.
Voiced their apprehension, characterizing Amazon's automation efforts as a swift path towards...
Look at him. Look at the man that's complaining. Look. Let me show you. You see that man? Look as he walking.
As a swift path toward...
You see that stomach? Got that dad bod? He ain't built to compete against that robot. He ain't built to compete against the little engine who could. What did y'all think was going to happen? Y'all think y'all going to be sitting here graduating high school and getting these regular jobs as y'all get out? Nope. Kiosks is coming. Robots is coming. Artificial intelligence can already tell when you sleepy when you come into the job. He got these skinny jeans on. His pants are sagging a little bit. He got that dad bod, and he don't even have his vest buttoned up all the way. And you don't think that it's going to be a robot to replace that man?
Or job reductions. They pointed to observed jobs disappearances in fulfillment centers. In response, Amazon has asserted that its robotic systems have...
I ain't got to worry about you calling off for the vid. You ain't got to worry about you having masks. You went out and partied last night and you can't get to work. They got you.
Actually contributed to the creation of hundreds of thousands of new jobs within its operations. These newly created positions encompass 700 different job categories, including skilled roles that were not previously part of the company's workforce.
So basically what he's telling you is that, listen, we're going to replace every 3 or 4 workers with one humanoid robot, but then we're going to need 2 software engineers in order to replace them. All right? When they're talking about the creation of jobs, they're not talking about the creation of the type of jobs that you're going to qualify for. They're talking about the people that are then putting this action into work and testing and doing all of the development and the mechanical engineering and putting it together and all of the greatness that comes along with this. They only going to need maintenance workers. As a matter of fact, they probably going to create robot workers to maintain the robot workers.
Ty Brady, the chief technologist of Amazon Robotics, also weighed in, emphasizing that people are indispensable. He disputed the notion that Amazon might eventually transition to completely automated warehouses.
Do you know how much they pay Ty Brady? Look, if you don't think that these workers are going to replace you, these robots, if you don't think these robots are going to replace you, do you know that the Amazon Robotics chief technologist is probably making a bag? You think that they gave him all of that money in order to make sure that you still had a job? You thought that? Is that what you thought? Listen, look at the farmer. Look to the farmer. Remember when y'all used to be complaining about having to go out there and pick off the corn and all of this stuff and all that? They ain't worried about you. First, they replaced you with illegal workers. And then they started buying out all of the farms and they automated everything. And then now you don't see no workers out there at all. All you got to do is drive down the country of any major U.S. highway and you see all of this farmland once you get out of the city. And all you see is machines. Machines everywhere. It's just machines everywhere. And it's subsidized. It's machines everywhere. It ain't the same as you going out there buying some land farming. Your mother, your father, your wife is out there plowing. The donkey. Ain't no donkeys on no farms no more. Y'all seen a donkey lately? When the last time you seen a donkey pulling a plow? You ain't seen no donkeys lately? You don't even know what a donkey look like. Last time you seen a donkey was in the picture book of the Bible. Remember when you was little when they said, oh, look at the donkey. And then they said, it's an ass. And he pulled and then, y'all start laughing. That's the last time you seen a donkey. Is donkeys even real anymore? Donkeys is not even a thing anymore, is it? You know why? Because you didn't want to work. You didn't want to work. You said, I don't like what's happening over in farming because it reminds me too much of slavery. So now we're going to do things a little bit differently. Okay.
Maven Carrizo, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
And let me show you what else is happening out here in these streets. Look. They want to show you not just what's happening as far as Digit, the one in the middle, but there's multiple different robots all across the entire country.
From robots to artificial intelligence, Amazon says it's revolutionizing the way consumers get their orders.
Where you see a human at in that picture? Hold on, let me rewind it for you. I want to show you what's happening. Where do you see a human at in any one of them pictures over there? You see go-karts on the upper left, an assembly line on the right, a robot arm that's similar to what it is that y'all gonna be dealing with as far as what's assembling these cars inside of the factories. Artificial intelligence on the lower right-hand side in order to direct where it is that these other robots are depicted. Where do you see a human anywhere in any of these pictures? Ain't no humans out there. Not one human. You see all of them Roombas on there on the left-hand side, or what look like a Roomba, and they over there moving whole boxes and pallets? Huh? That's your job. That's the forklift driver. You see all of those robot arms over there assembling stuff? Yeah. That's the assembly line. You see those pallets, those boxes? Y'all kept complaining about your back? Don't worry about it. We got something to go and replace you. It's happening. It's already playing out.
Get their orders. It comes as e-commerce sales are predicted to grow at least 10% this holiday season, reaching $278 billion, according to Deloitte. Amazon
and no money for you.
Alone estimated to deliver 13.5 million parcels each day.
And it's all about innovation. I'm inside Boss 27. This is a state-of-the-art facility just out.
Look how uniform and in line they are. You can't even get your kids to stay in line that much.
Side of Boston, and with me now is Amazon's chief technologist for robotics, Ty Brady. Ty, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
So this is the first time the public will see some of the new technology you are rolling out for the holidays. What happens in a lab like this?
We are reimagining the future of robotics so that you can do your holiday shopping even better.
Today, Amazon launches Sequoia, its brand new robotic system in Houston. The company says it's capable of stocking merchandise 75% more quickly and delivering your orders 25% faster.
Wait. Let's stop right there. 75% more quickly.
Of stocking merchandise 75% more quickly.
More quickly than what? Than you! Is capable of stocking your merchandise 75 more quickly than what? Than you. And it don't get tired. I don't get tired. 75% more quickly. They took the last part out of there. It's 75% more quickly. Then what? What is the 75% more quickly then? Then the homie that kept showing up to the job high and kept calling on his union leadership in order to get him back on the job. Yes, and what? What else?
And delivering your orders 25% faster.
Oh, snaps. And they can get my junk 25% faster? Let me tell you something about people. They don't care nothing about who doing it. They want their stuff now. They want to just know that it works. They ain't trying to understand how it got there. Have my stuff here on time. 25% faster than who? Than you.
What was the problem you were trying to solve with Sequoia?
We want to
people. No, he gonna give you the finesse. I'm gonna tell you the truth. People. What was the problem with you're trying to solve with Project Sequoia? People. Black culture, they just kept coming in with their AirPods on. They didn't want to hear what nothing we had to say. We had to keep firing them, and so we had to innovate.
Offer a wider selection for our customers. We want to do that in a very efficient manner so they can pass on a low cost to our customers.
Brady says Sequoia also makes it safer for employees, reducing.
Because it ain't no employees in there. It's no employees. Yo, somebody tell me where you see an employee at. Hold on. Watch this.
Brady says Sequoia.
Where y'all see an employee at in that whole warehouse? In that whole warehouse, show me where one person is. This is in Houston. They didn't have to go overseas. They didn't have to figure it out. The humanoid robot is coming. Sequoia, the Roombas is over there running around. The robot arms and everything. This is in Houston. Somebody tell me where the employees are. I know you don't think autonomous vehicles is coming. Oh, they coming. Oh, they're coming. They're coming.
also makes it safer for employees, reducing the number of accidents and repetitive stress injuries.
So you don't have to get on a ladder, you don't have to bend down on your knees, you don't have to reach up really high.
They're able to bring these totes from the warehouse to a workstation like this, where I met up with David Guerin, who helped design and build Sequoia.
A machine has gotten this item out of the warehouse, brought it over here, and now what happens?
Now the associate finds the item that's up on the screen, so we can take it out.
This is a yellow phone case?
We scan it.
Okay.
We put it in a tote to be sent to another part of the building for packaging. We let the system know it's in there, and then this will cycle through and deliver us another tote to pick something else out of.
And just how do those towers move around? Meet Hercules. Today is graduation day. The finished robots form a line and drive themselves onto their own shipping pallets, where they'll head off to work at fulfillment centers around the world. Amazon is also introducing Digit. This new bipedal robot can grab and move orders in warehouse spaces not designed for humans.
So I think something a lot of people are curious about is what happens between the time they click buy now and the product arrives at their doorstep. You're going to walk me through that.
Sounds good.
Yo, this looked like something out of iRobot, honestly. This literally looks like a movie. They are shipping themselves to different fulfillment centers across the world. They're putting themselves on their own pallets. Yeah. I can only all I can do is laugh because I just can't believe that y'all about to suffer through this. Gosh, this is amazing.
Okay, so I'm going to buy what is a bestseller on Amazon right now.
All right, very good.
The Instant Pot. It's going to be hot this holiday too.
Be hot, right on your phone, ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to add it to my cart.
By the time you did that,
Yeah.
I've sourced every Instant Pot inside our network to figure out what's the best way to bring that to your house.
By the time you hit your credit card, they've already figured out how you're going to get your Instant Crock Pot through the robots before you ever got there.
The system found my Instant Pot at a fulfillment center in Penns Grove, New Jersey. From there, it was driven to Carteret, New Jersey, where it was boxed, labeled, and loaded onto another truck, headed for a distribution center in the Bronx. That's where the delivery van picked it up and dropped it off the next day at 6:48 p.m. to me.
Welcome to my office.
The company also has more than 10,000 Rivian electric vans across the U.S.
Oh, Anton, why are you invested in Rivian? Because I believe that Rivian is a technology company and not necessarily just a manufacturer of pickup trucks and SUVs. Anton, why did you invest in Rivian? Because Rivian is going to play a pivotal role in Amazon's growth and their ability to be able to automate the delivery service that eventually will replace humans also on that front. I think that Rivian is going to play a huge role. Amazon is hugely invested in their success. There's no way, in my opinion, personally, and I'm not telling you what to invest in. This is one of my riskier investments. This is a startup. This is not necessarily a company that's a Fortune 500 company or anything like that. I will be, full disclosure, I have been and will be continuously invested in Rivian and Tesla for an extended period of time. Rivian is actually a Michigan company, headquartered here in Plymouth.
To reduce its environmental impact. Branson Ramirez drives one.
I can do about 150 stops, maybe 250 to 300 packages.
New technology evolving to get us what we want faster and more sustainably this holiday season.
Anton, we don't want electric vehicles. They're coming anyway. They're coming anyway. They don't care about what you want. It is happening.
And here's the thing, Amazon is not alone in gearing up for the holidays. Retailers across the board are also getting ready. Walmart opened 3 new fulfillment centers, 36 drone delivery hubs, and Target is adding 100,000 workers just for this holiday shopping season.
I mean, it all looks cool, especially the robots.
Yeah.
But you do have to wonder about the folks who used to actually have those jobs, like the people.
Right. And that is a question I asked when we were there. And Amazon insists their data proves otherwise, that they are adding jobs as they are adding robotics. They, in fact, say that they've added hundreds of thousands of new jobs and 700 job categories. But yes, you're right. The person who might be lifting those shelves or lifting those totes is a different person. They may now need to brush up on engineering skills or different kinds of critical.
Oh, have Anton not been saying this for years now in order to prepare? See, listen, if you've been rocking with me Shout out to the people that just came around to rock out with me now. But if you've been rocking with me for an extended period of time, and I'm talking about for years, you should already be in a position to where you can take advantage of and benefit from the changes that is happening in society today. I've been warning you of this. Let me guess. Because she's telling you now it's going to be different for you, right? I've been telling you this for a long time. I've been saying, listen, take advantage of the blueprint that I've given you in order to be successful. You might have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how it is that you can then leverage your company's HR services and maybe get tuition assistance in order to move over into a different industry. You can do it for free. You can do it for little or nothing. If they don't offer you tuition assistance, or they possibly do, most of the time you can go to a community college, local community college, finish your first 2 to 3 years, get the certificates along with the associate's degree, and then be able to transfer over into a major university. And these are the different industries that you want to focus on. Also, you want to focus and dress for the job that you want, not necessarily the job that you have. You decided to be lazy, and you decided that you wanted to continue to run in the Victim Olympics. Now you're sitting there on strike, looking dusty, when I've been telling you for a long time that you need to make the adjustment, start pivoting. First, you got to have a 3-tiered way in which you're going to solve for what your future is going to look like. The current circumstances is get as many jobs as you have, reduce the amount of expenses that you have in order to make sure that you keep income in, right? Limit your resources, limit your debt. Don't have to live off of whatever it is that you take in order to be able to survive throughout society, right? Survival. And then I said the second tier is, what do you want things to be looking like 2 to 3 years from now, right? That's the thing that you're working on as far as the business or what you're doing from a financial perspective or what you're doing from a school perspective, right? That's the career that you want in 3 to 4 years. That's the thing that you can transition out of because you don't have to be interdependent on your current job in order to continue to grow and be successful. You need to develop a skill, something that everybody or a little animal couldn't do or a robot can't replace you with. You need to be looking at the long term, right? And then the third way, you need to be looking at 10 to 15 years from now. That's multi-level approach. That's the hobby. That's the business. That's the thing that you're working on today that may not come into fruition until 10 to 15 years from now. That may be content creation. That may be something that you're working on as far as a different application. It may be a new business idea. That may be real estate, right? The real estate strategy shouldn't be how can I make money now, but how can I park money in order to be able to make it long-term in the future so then I don't have to go to work every day in order to be able to survive or be interdependent on Social Security in order to be successful. But because I didn't give you that 3-level approach, or because you just now found me, I'm going to give some of y'all some grace, or because you weren't listening and you have been rolling with me and you felt some type of way about the fact that I am a capitalist instead of utilizing the information and the advice that I'm giving you in order to then be successful, because this is exactly what my life is. You decided that you wanted to sit here, and now you on the picket line cold while Sean Fain is over there making $347,000 a year, and he's just like me because he's a bag chaser. Man, you over there with $500 a week in strike pay and getting laid off and don't know what you're going to do for Christmas because they coming to repossess your car. I've been warning you. I've been warning you the entire time. But you didn't want to listen. You said, listen, Anton, I don't care nothing about what you say. I don't like you because I think that you are Uncle Tom. Well, Uncle Tom was the hero. Uncle Tom is the hero. Let me read some of the super chats. We got more to go through. We got a show. We got a full show to get through. Let me read some of y'all super chats. Issa says, or Isa says, if UAW get 4-day work week, it will spread across America. I support Sean. It will be worth it for the strikers. Okay, you keep saying, see how that work out for you. Keep supporting it. I'm with you. Listen, I'm okay with being wrong. Maybe I'm off. Knobs S says, Anton, women better be on notice. Do you see what I see? I absolutely do. Do you see what I see? I do. Optimus Prime says, Autobots, roll out. We taking our jobs. They taking their jobs with them. David Simpson says, when you ask for progressivism, much like feminism, you have to take all of it, not half of it. You got to take the whole load, not half the load. You know what I'm saying? T-Leave says, Will Smith ain't going to save you. Neither is Anton. I'm going to be right there at the top of the food chain looking at him. Greg Charlie says, man, you are hilarious. Who told you people are getting head in the car? Oh, my God. I'm not calling you a liar. I just want to know who told you. Yo, if you've ever had a call center, factory job, or any of that type of stuff, everybody not taking a nap on their break. I'm just going to tell you. Some people got work wives. Some people got work husbands. You know what I'm saying? What up, Khalil says, Amazon, the new Cybertron. So, no, all of these companies are going to innovate. Even McDonald's. Y'all thought that y'all was going to be working at the Waffle House making $25 an hour and we was going to take that laying down? No, we not. Steve says software development should be a requirement high school class. Nope. We want to make rapping great again. Iceberg Slim says robots are going to be the new high-value men. Already are. Have y'all ever heard of the roles? Tech Coach Ralph says, and I'll be on a team of 5 to 10 software, QA, data, DevOps, etc. engineers to build the software and the hardware to do the work of thousands of people. Me too. I'm going to be on the board, so you ain't got to worry about me. Tech Coach Ralph also says the employees are outside striking. Yeah. Kung Fu Hustler is in the building. Kung Fu says, what's your take on hydrogen fuel cell vehicles? I don't really have a take. I think it's proven technology. I think that the biggest thing with hydrogen fuel cell technology is it has to be widespread adoption. It's just as much politics and infrastructure updates as it is the technology itself. You see what I'm saying? It's just as much lobbying. I think that it's a cool technology, but I think it has to be widespread adoption. And what people don't take into consideration, even when you have a technology that solves for a problem, most of the time you have to get the people on your side. And that's the one thing that's wrong with democracy. Democracy slows down innovation, and somebody that is forward thinking that operates based off of a dictatorship often at times can drive innovation. So I think that hydrogen fuel cell vehicles could be absolutely awesome, but I don't think that they're going to have widespread adoption, similar to how electric vehicles, even though the technology was developed way in the 80s and the 90s, are just now getting the adoption because there's a financial incentive that comes along with continuing to embrace whatever it is that's quietly or honestly to be widespread promotion of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that hydrogen fuel cell vehicles can be an alternative, but just the infrastructure, the education of it, and the promotion of it amongst the people in order to have widespread adoption will never cause for it to be embraced unless it's going to be much further down the line, because electric vehicles is the next frontier. Honestly, that's what I think about it. So shout out to Kung Fu Hustler. I appreciate you. Mr. Tay Daniel. Mr. Tay Daniel says, y'all better train for that robot invasion. The week will be the first to go when these machines go rogue. And they will go rogue, and we will be eliminated. Damaris Burton says, White Castle has a flippy robot that makes food and cooks fries. Yep, that is true. Aaron Woe says, it's either, I guess he's saying it's either we letting AI take over or become them like cyborgs. Transhumanism is coming real. Everything we seen in movies is coming real. Get into tech, y'all. It's too late. Ain't nobody getting into nothing. People ain't gonna do what's best for them. AL says your job is always replaceable, even if the skill set is irreplaceable. You are replaceable. Continue to level up. Remain flexible in your skill set. That is a great point. Even if the technology that you bring to the table isn't necessarily replaceable, you are replaceable. That's true. David Williams says, Anton, Jesus said he only had 12 apostles. How is Paul an apostle then? I might have to cam up on Friday to discuss that with you. If y'all want to get into religion? Y'all want to get into religion? All right, we can get into it. And matter of fact, Jesus had 12 disciples. All right, let's be very, very clear. Jesus had 12 disciples. If you don't know the difference between a disciple and an apostle, we can get into it. Y'all can cam up on Friday if y'all want to. You know, Anton is a smoke giver. I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. Let's go into this last subject before we get y'all up out of here today. I'm going to save one for tomorrow. I know y'all try to trip me up with words, but Anton knows his Bible. He had 12 disciples. 12 disciples, big dog. Come on. And they didn't replace Judas with Paul, right? They cast lots, and Y'all want me to continue to go into this? How they cast lots? Don't worry about it. We'll get into it. New York. Maybe I'll let y'all talk about that on Friday when y'all want to cam up at the end of the show, but we got to talk about New York. What up, New York? Where Lil Mama at? Anybody heard from Lil Mama? Y'all remember when Lil Mama stood up on the stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys? I don't know what's wrong with me. Somehow I just recall certain memories. When I say certain things, it just triggers certain things, right? It triggers certain things. And so when I say, what up, New York? It got two visuals in my head. The first visual that I got in my head was when Lil Mama stood on the stage with Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, and she was like this. And Jay was highly annoyed at that, right? And then the second thing that I was thinking of was when Charlamagne was going off on Lil Mama, and we ain't gonna never live that down. I think they tried to scrub that from the internet, but I'm gonna go and find it. Remember when Charlamagne was going off on Lil Mama and he was trolling her real hard in person and he made her cry? Did we forgive Charlamagne for that? We cool with Charlamagne for that? Or he never actually went to the front of the congregation? Did Charlamagne apologize for making Lil Mama feel bad on the Breakfast Club? Lil Mama a Tubi superstar? Wow. Okay. All right. But New York and even your local politicians in your city. Eric Adams says, listen, I don't even want to be mentioned in the same breath as Brennan Johnson. I'm trying to keep my job. Eric Adams said, I'm trying to keep my job. I'm not trying to be even associated with what it is that they going on with the migrant crisis. We can't take no more. We don't got no more room for the people that's a part of the migrant crisis. But they just said that we're going to embrace AI. We're going to embrace technology. This is what Eric Adams had to say about the technology that they're embracing over there in New York City.
Here at home, yet another sign that New York City has bounced back from the pandemic. Mayor Eric Adams.
Well, first, we got to go to the jobs report, and then we're going to go over to the technology.
Announcing today, the city has not only recovered all the jobs lost during the pandemic, but even added more. In fact, New York City set an all-time record of more than 4.7 million jobs in New York City. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Hu with the latest from Midtown on the mayor's announcement this morning.
Mayor Adams says there are now more jobs than ever in the history of New York City. We're talking about 4.7 million jobs. That includes just about 1 million jobs added just since the pandemic, regaining all of the private sector jobs that were lost during that time. And Adams says the city wasn't expecting to reach this number until at least 2025. Adams lauding the accomplishment, saying they're a result of what he calls smart investments, things like workforce and talent development. He also credits the various groups working together, whether it's small businesses, city agencies, or larger corporations.
No one wanted to do business in New York because the agencies were not focused in how we could be business friendly, and we changed some of the basic rules so people can navigate government in an easier way to open business here. We infused technology into our city to make sure that we can function at a better city. And we found efficiencies even in the most difficult time with our team.
Thank you, Mayor.
When these politicians talk, I need for them to slow down and tell me exactly what they mean about inefficiencies, jobs, technology sector, private sector. I need them to be more specific. I know that they just trying to get through a speech and they're going to use these terms in order to try to skate through. But I want to understand exactly where these jobs are. Are they McDonald's jobs? Are they technology jobs? Is it private sector job? Is it Wall Street jobs? Are they construction jobs? Is that the reason why y'all brought in a bunch of migrants in order to fill some of these jobs so that you can create a better tax base? Is this one of the reasons why you brought them in and then you advocated for Biden in order to enable them to work and have temporary status so that you can start to... I just want to know. And I'm not saying that this is what had happened. I'm just saying, is this what you mean? I'm trying to understand the meaning of what these jobs are and why it then becomes important for you to highlight it And then what does this actually do for the economy of New York? And then more importantly, what does it do for the economy of the entire United States of America? But let me continue to play this out.
Adams, for the programs like the Youth Apprenticeship one that allow local students to learn and explore different career paths. This program allowed me to be here today, a long way from the Dominican Republic where my mother and my abuela immigrated from, to allow me better opportunities and a better life.
Mayor Adams says these numbers.
Now, let me back up for a minute. So, baby girl, I like that you got them baby hairs. I like that you immigrated. The passport bros think that you dope or whatever, so on and so forth. Let me ask y'all a question. Why was it important for them to bring this person up in order for them to highlight that they immigrated and they're not originally from here, or their parents is not originally from here, but that they immigrated from here and that they have more opportunities in order for them to continue to level up in society? Just curious. Why do you think that that's a thing? Why do you think that that was important for her to come up here and thank Mayor Eric Adams in order to do that? I'm going to wait. I'll give you a second. Why was it important for her to come up here and say that and emphasize that, especially when we talking about the migrant crisis? Why do you think that they did that? Because maybe it's just me, but I look at everything. I look at everything. I'm not just looking at it based off of the surface. I'm not looking at it based off of what's being presented to me. I'm looking at everything. And so when I see this, or it plays out the way that it's playing out, I'm just curious as to why it's playing out that way. How is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Just curious.
A long way from the Dominican Republic where my mother and my abuela immigrated from, to allow me better opportunities and a better life.
Mayor Adams says these numbers are, of course, something to celebrate and be proud of, but he says the work is certainly not done, not until, he says, every single New Yorker is able to take advantage of these opportunities.
So, meanwhile, the affordability over in New York is egregious, but we're going to start embracing the technology aspect of things.
New York will become the first major city in the U.S. with an innovative plan to use artificial intelligence to help New Yorkers access city services. CBS 2's political reporter Marsha Kramer reports it's the latest initiative to put the city at the forefront of technology.
Mayor Adams has already embraced DigiDogs for helping the fire department search for building collapse victims and robots to patrol the Times Square subway station. Now he's moving into the next step in making New York City the most technologically advanced government in the nation.
Y'all know they charging literally like millions of dollars for these robots and devices and maintaining and everything like that. These digibots and these subway station patrollers and all of that. Do y'all know that that this is coming out of y'all budget? This is coming out of the taxpayer money. I'm curious, do y'all actually like this, or do y'all think that this is an issue? Would you rather see more cops, or do you not like cops and then you rather see a digibot? I know that General Dynamics, or is it Boston Dynamics? It wasn't General Dynamics. It's just like Boston Dynamics or something like that, are one of the ones that innovated as far as these little robot dogs and stuff like that, right? And they're walking around and they're patrolling and they're paying attention to what the people is doing. And, you know, people will start complaining about their privacy and all of this stuff, but they are absolutely positively making sure that they're keeping the streets safe and they're embracing technology. Just question, at what point do you guys start getting more apprehensive about what's going on, but then at the same time you're saying defund the police?
Nation.
Our city had a real 8-track mindset in an iPhone age.
The mayor's Artificial Intelligence Action Plan will explore ways to help New Yorkers access city services faster and more efficiently.
Many people would rather lay on a bed of nails than having to call the government agency to just get basic questions. Everyone knows about they could tell you the songs that they hear when they're on hold for a half an hour, waiting for someone to pick up. This is just not how you run a city.
The plan includes 37 actions to make New York City the techno city that never sleeps, with people able to access services 24/7. The plan will prepare city employees to work with AI, establish an AI framework that acknowledges the risks and biases.
Hold on. Wait a minute. These are all talking points, but this don't mean nothing to me. Let's really break this down for a minute. Let's use every single point and let's speak to it. It's going to prepare city employees to work with AI. Have y'all ever seen some of these city employees? You know how hard it is going to be able to train Mima and Mama and your auntie that be at the counter with a bad attitude to be able to use AI efficiently? I'm not so sure about that. Establishes an AI framework that acknowledges risks and bias. Oh, so it's not going to be racist is basically what you're basically selling us. It's going to establish your bias. It's going to be able to recognize when you're speaking a different language. It's not going to be prejudice or bias based off of what you look like. It's just going to be able to identify you. So we got a diversity, equity, and inclusion program over with the AI framework and the intelligence plan over in New York. Enable the city to responsibly acquire AI technology. Artificial intelligence is no framework on it. There is no responsibility that comes along with it other than to just race to the bottom. Nobody is pausing and take a step back and say, what is this doing to us? Is it ethical? Is it going to make sense? Are we then creating the thing that's going to kill us and it's going to be our demise or anything like that? Absolutely not. The pedal is on the metal, full gas is already mashed down to the floor. People are going to just jump right into it and then they're going to get sued and it's going to be problems and they're going to say, respect my bias. And then New York is going to have a fund in order to be able to pay people for their insurance and all of that other type of stuff. But this is all bullcrap right here.
Enable the city to responsibly acquire AI technology.
We know the term AI can cause anxiety. You hear it all the time. People think all of a sudden you're going to have a Terminator type figure come in.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. First, you got the chick with the bad wig, and then you're going to have the chick with the good wig soon. Y'all ain't even got to worry about a gender war. Y'all going to be able to continue to rock out with different versions of what it is that you want this thing to look like. Especially as soon as the Apple Vision Pro come out early next year, it's over. It's over. I already see people walking around with the Quest 3. Look at this mannequin with the bad hair. Who want that in their living room? That look like The Grudge. Who want The Grudge? Call Nadine in their living room. Man, if you don't get Nadine with that bat, now who put that wig on Nadine?
And take over government and displace human beings. That's just not the reality. Take a deep breath, get a grip. It is going to help us function.
The mayor also unveiled the My City portal, an AI chatbot that will help small business owners get permits, apply for loans, and grow their operations.
So let's ask the AI chatbot, how do I start a restaurant in New York City? As you can see, it provides all the steps in just one place.
The chatbot will also allow business owners to access trusted information from more than 2,000 New York City business web pages. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.
But we ain't even got to worry about it. It don't even matter. The end is near. We almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We just got to just hold on. We coming on. Just hold on. Shout out to Tedman Whitehead is in the building. I appreciate you for holding me down, friend. Thank you for tapping into the Millionaire Morning Show. You are much appreciated. Aaron Woe 218 says, let me cam up for this debate on Friday. I don't know if we're going to go too hard into the religion side of it. That's not really this type of platform, but I will let y'all get a couple comments off and see what y'all got to say. Aaron said, chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side. Chicken noodle soup. Is that Lil Mama? Chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side. Is that Lil Mama, Aaron? I bet you was dancing to that, wasn't you? Jay Ben says robots have been outside chasing the bag for years. IIRC back in like 2006-07. I was at a McDonald's in England and there was only one employee on the register. You had to order from the kiosk way back then. It's been coming. They've been seeing y'all about to strike and revolt. Marcus Hill said, good afternoon, Anton and fellow bag chasers. I have a feeling that one day robots' rights will become a thing. What do you think, Anton? Absolutely. If we're going to give rights to everybody else, I'd rather give rights to the robots than to... Let me be quiet. Don't worry about it. Josh the roofer says, meanwhile, I'm over here patiently waiting on roofing robots. Yeah. Aaron says, Lions got mollywopped. I heard you silent about that. We're not going to give you a bell for that one, Aaron, but we are going to read all of the super chats. Thanks for contributing over to the platform. Yeah, I was a little disappointed at that. I was a little disappointed. They did get beat up yesterday. Martin Meck said, took 15 hours on my current job in engineering, and I'm already looking at this at 17. Took $15 an hour, and I'm already looking at 17 by December, along with asking HR for deferred compensation and a raise based on education credits. Thank you for the advice. Thank you, Martin Meck, and I'll continue to rock out with you. Congratulations. T. Will says, it's being a good capitalist. It's good being a capitalist, but everyone can't be a capitalist. Yes, they can. Some people just lose. Is capitalism shifting to globalism? Is religion shifting also? I would like to see your perspective on this. Maybe a good show idea. Capitalism, it just creates winners and losers. I don't think that any system is perfect. I think that there's different forms of capitalism, just like I was explaining on the Friday show. Just because you're a capitalist don't mean that you have to be unethical. You know, it's different levels and it's different ways in which you mine that out, right? So maybe I will do a show this week speaking on capitalism. I might do a show on capitalism this week. And it says, is capitalism shifting to globalism? Well, they ain't going to have no other choice in a minute because everybody's going to be replaced by art. Well, I don't know. Let me not say that. Is religion shifting also? I don't think that anybody is really have a religion anymore. And just because people identify as something don't necessarily mean that they are religious. You know what I'm saying? I think religion is for a select group of people that truly understand it. But I think in everything you do, you need to get understanding. Yeah, maybe I'll deep dive into that this week. Shout out to you, T. Will. Elliot Jackson says, went through a whole Patreon and didn't really learn too much from what I already knew. Anything in there for those of us more advanced. Well, you need to get a coaching call if you that advanced. If you can see the receipts and you can see a lot of the different things that I went through and you went through every single mastermind session, don't believe it. I don't believe you went through all of the different mastermind sessions. But thank you for putting up the super chat in order to highlight that. We appreciate you, Elliot. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. Aaron Woe, but I do read all super chats. Aaron Woe says, man, mixing clay and iron, the Antichrist is coming. Oh, God, Aaron. Is that what you're going to be saying on the Friday show? Listen, make sure that y'all get that Teach Hanley 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Also, make sure you tune into the live stream tonight. I'm not sure what's going to happen. In addition to that, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I also plan on doing a live stream this Thursday in the Patreon for those of you that are a little bit more advanced. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Listen, I need y'all to do me one more favor before we get. It's been a wild show tonight. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be successful by ourselves. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.